Indonesia are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, the contribution from this guy, Fermin Lopez, will be key again. He's got the perfect fusion of...
Real chance! He's delivered all right!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Indonesia are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Nicely shaped ball. It's come to nothing. Short changes him with that pass. And here's Raul. Fermin. And this is Griezmann. And he's whipped it across. Cleared without hesitation. And it's Lopez. Fermin! Pele. And Inter now could counter-attack. Pele. Now it's Raul. And this is Griezmann. It's Griezmann! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Maldini. Pele. That has not gone well. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Pele quietly revving up.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And it's Lopez. Racikan. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Maradona does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, he's found support out wide. Baran is there, and he can get that clear. Racikan. McTominay! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Rafael Varane. Thuram. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Looking for options for movement. Oh, it's played into... He's got all! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Fermin. And here's Griezmann. Indonesia have reclaimed it. Rijkaard really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Tries from distance. Oh, that is rather wayward.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Maldini, always a very imposing presence at the back. Plays a sharp little ball here, and he's managed to get free. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And here's Griezmann. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Griezmann unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Looks to me as though this is probably a little too far out for a shot.
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target. And it was worth a go.
That's been cut out, well played. Vieira. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And he's only too happy to take that back. And he's forced to go back.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Zanetti. Chiellini. Ball played for Rijkaard. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 13, Raul. Number 2.
And the second half gets underway.
Coming on the field.
Indonesia can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times,
Judge, surely! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
that's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Indonesia, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well,
goes for a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Thuram. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi. And this is Batistuta. Pele. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lopez. Fermin was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pele, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. And it's Messi. Indonesia still behind thanks to that solitary strike. And here's Mbappe. That is ended up in no man's land. Indonesia needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And here's Mbappe.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now the great chance! Really well taken goal. The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Number 16,
Indonesia grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And this is Batistuta. Now that looks a decent ball. Messi. Chance here to counter. Indonesia perhaps contemplating their next change here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Messi. Now it's Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Lovely, now then. McTominay. Messi. Over to the left. Lopez. Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nice interception, well timed. That's really well manoeuvred. Griezmann. Chips it through.
Indonesia clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Pele. Decent chance! Goal! Inter! Into the lead once more. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
substitution for Indonesia, number 16.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Inter Milan go into the lead.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
Substitutions taking place.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Oh, beautifully. It's full on! He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Batistuta. Messi!
Indonesia really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
He's in a great position here. And that is as far as they're going to go. And this is Neymar.
There they go, hunting again.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round. I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
And it's Salah. And that has left him in a heap. It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Best! He has done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Oh, the deftness of touch, received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
And that will be the final act. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent. So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I think this guy Scalvini will be the one his teammates look to when the going gets tough here. He's been surprisingly mature and intelligent from such an early age, and he just reads the game brilliantly and often breaks the lines with his passing from the back.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Immobile. Now, can they get him away? And the shot! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Costa. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Nesta gets over and intercepts. Zanetti. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
quickly away. What a throw in. Oh, nice touch. And that's aimed into the... Oh, what a climb! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Darone. Still goalless. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And it's Zalewski. Out towards the flank. And it's Darone. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Immobile. He's in a great position here. Zalewski. That has been slung wide. De Ketelaere. Defending of the desperate variety. McTominay. Serginho. Now that looks a decent ball. Can he get it through? Zanetti could try cutting inside here. Great chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's McTominay. And that has been cleared. Indonesia have it back and can go again. He gets big! They want to be quick to recover this. That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Zanetti. Cross goes in there. And the keeper beats it away. 15 minutes till half-time. And here's Immobile. De Ketelaere. Zanetti. Looking for a runner. Scalvini. That is ended up in no man's land. Zanetti. And it's Serginho. Knocks it out wide. He's on it. Can he get away? Chance! Goal! There is the breakthrough. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Serginho, and this is Batistuta. And here's Batistuta. And he's really put himself on the line here. Takes a shot! Oh, that is very close.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. And it's Serginho. Zanetti fires it in. Chance!
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And that is doing no harm at all. That pass isn't... Tries a shot! He's got a goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. An act of charity gratefully received.
Well, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And that's been it. And there's the end of the first half. So your views on the first half?
Indonesia really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Indonesia ahead 2-0, and they are looking good.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Immobile being applauded off here, having made a sizable contribution.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
Substitution for Indonesia, number 17.
And we're off again.
Immobile. Coming on to replace him is number 10.
Passing is crisp and sharp. McTominay. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Good ball, good take. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Indonesia do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Tries to pass it through. He's a sharp little ball here. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Batistuta. And there's green grass ahead of him. De Roon. De Ketelara. Looking for options for movement. He's found a way through. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that defending is Arnold. He races! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And they've got rid.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
Early stages of the second half, and still 2 between them. And he's running through. Big chance, must be! Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Zappacosta. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Pass is just off target. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Guys, Per-Mabaran. Nanti dulu, ayahku belum selesai ya guys. Aku ini lagi main dulu guys.
Indonesia do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Clever.
Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional.
Kok body kartu cuy? Kok body kartu guys?
Substitution in progress.
Males bayar wasit cuy.
De Roon. Zalewski. There's the header! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Oh,
And he's being shifted off it. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And the shot! And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Ini enggak Bang Usman. Ini challenge enggak, lagi gak ada challenge.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Enggak Bang Usman. Bang Usman Putra.
Serginho. Played into
Bakal
space.
deh.
Well
Enggak ya Bang.
timed, excellent
Enggak
interception.
challenge.
And that is as far as they're going to
bulan
go.
depan insyaallah.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now.
Serginho really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Scalvini. De Roon. It's a searching pass. He's got away. Shot a goal! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Rafael Leao clearly furious with himself there. They looked for all the world like they were going to go 3-0.
Number 27, Serginho. Coming on the field is number 14, Yudis.
That's a cute ball. That ball looks a good one. Yildiz. Pasalic.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That is a crunching tackle.
Atalanta are stuck in Central Station, and they might find the fast track out wide if they care to look.
Atalanta are able to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for
Ini
a few moments now.
enggak bang.
I think you have to
Enggak
admire
bang.
his willingness
Usman
to keep
enggak bang.
plugging away,
Enggak
but the
kilat.
manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Apa?
Pasalic receives it in a wide position. Some resolute defending there. That is good alertness. And he's worked it through. Now it's Pasalic. Picked out, shapes to shoot! Off the post! Flashes, oh, smashing header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. McTominay,
Added minutes has
and
been
it's Zanetti.
indicated.
2 minutes to be added on. Costa. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
I just think it was a cheap
Bayar
foul to give
wasit, bayar wasit.
Jim City. And there goes the final whistle. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry.
Ini mau jalan lagi kah? Lah, coba tunggu guys, maaf guys, tunggu. Coba guys, maaf ya. Kalau gak bisa kita gimana ya? Waduh. Ada yang udah dapat sermin gak nih? Bang Rakan mau mabar bang? Aduh, lag euy. Wah, sayangnya. Coba kita